Hi, good morning, everyone. We're just having a few problems with our sound, so we're trying to sort that out. If you do struggle to hear us, just give me an update and I'll see what I can do for you. Speak a bit louder. We're just struggling with our microphone, so we'll sort that out in a moment or two, or between the next game. We'll just wait for this game to finish. They've just completed trial ends. They're currently on their first end. Lovely day here in Bloemfontein at our Studente. Unfortunately, they're finishing their trial end, so it's just the last few bowls. And we have Charles Hamaty versus Louis Heyns. And we're just going to do a bit of admin work behind the scenes while we're waiting for them to complete their trial ends. They're going to start now. First on the mat is Hamaty. He's playing with the red and white Aero Quantums. He's deciding for about a 26 meter, maybe 27 meter length. Mat a little bit up as he's delivering his first ball. Like I said, we're just struggling a little bit with our sound, so I'm using the onboard microphone, so hopefully it comes across quite well to you. But we'll hopefully sort that out in a moment or two. We'll see what we can do. And if you are watching us, remember you can comment and as well as like and share. This, as referred to yesterday at the dinner, the Silver Assassin holding shot. That's Louis Heyns currently holding. Nice cold morning here in Bloemfontein this morning. We started at -1 this morning at 7 o'clock, but it is heating up a little bit. The maximum expected of 17. Charles with his last bowl. He's walking up to there to have a look to see how much he's down or who's holding. And they're playing on the A green, the men. The ladies are playing over on the B green. We will be bringing you a ladies match in the next round. And we're playing with Drake's Pride Professionals. The darker color bowls. Remember, you can join us live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll get more into the flow. It looks like Hamaty has picked up there. I haven't seen how much. We'll just check now. Just busy with a bit of admin here behind the scenes, making sure that we share the stream to everyone. Please do the same on your side as well. It's your small way of helping us promote the sport of bowls. Just cutting the center line there. Both players playing a bit through here. The greens are running quite fast. We'll do a timing of them in a moment. We're just waiting for them to dry up nice. Special thanks to Southern Freestate for inviting us to stream this for them. Good draw there by Charles. As you can see, the shadow will creep away during the course of the day. Oh, wonderful toucher there by Louis. Holding shot now. Jack level. Will be a target for Hamaty. Just to rest it out. Yeah, and he does go for, almost getting the chop and lie, just cutting the center line a little bit. But the shot is definitely on, and he now has the option of the back bowl as well. So if he does pick up the jack, Louis will want to try and draw another one close. Putting the pressure. If he gets this one in front, he picks up the jack, moves it, gets another toucher. Andy the marker. Possible free down. And then you're watching this one, Hamaty, I mean. Oh, almost getting onto it, but I think he's still down, at least a 2. Louis on a good road here to draw another one. I think he has, yeah. It's at least 3, it could be 4. Looks like he's giving him 4. Full house. Just updating the scoreboard there for you. Louis with another good draw on this one. He's really putting the pressure on. Holding shot. Hope you're enjoying the new graphics on the scoreboard as well. It's a singles match, so they'll be playing to 21. Very prestigious event playing in the Masters, especially in your district. This is probably for many players the highest honors they will achieve in their career, with only a few players progressing into the SA Masters. As you can see, Louis Boulder in front. I think he's still due down. We have another opportunity here. Pick up a big score. But Charles has another ball in hand. He's coming back. He's had a look at the head. Going up after his first ball. I think he'll be looking for playing an attacking shot. He has those free balls waiting at the back. But Louis has the best back ball with that side ball on the other side. So let's see what he does. It's playing a little bit more weight. Controlled weight. Will he get the line? It needs to hold. Gets on the inside. Oh, unfortunately, just slices the jack in between Louis' ball. So Louis is still holding at least a 2. Could possibly have made it 3, but I think it's just a 2 from this angle. Just confirming, Louis picked up 2 on that one. So he moves on to 6-1. Lovely to be back here at Studente. We've been here in March as well for the Junior Nationals. When we did the under 25s, we were hosted here at Studente. We did a live stream here. It's nice to come back to familiar spot where we know everything is. So setup was quite easy this morning. Just a problem with our sound board. But we'll get that sorted hopefully between the breaks. Luckily the onboard mic is not too bad, so you should be able to pick us up. You're enjoying the bowls. Good morning, Harry. Yes, getting ready for the mixed pairs next weekend. I'm looking forward of enjoying a bit of bowls in the comfort of my home. So if everybody remember, next weekend we'll be bringing you the bowls from the mixed pairs as well. So lots of bowls over the next 2 weekends. I think the mixed pairs is going to be a wonderful experience. Some very good bowls being played there. Hi, good morning, Anthony. Yes, it's lovely to be able to bring you bowls. A wonderful bowl there. I think it might just be in favor of Louis there. Joel's just seeming to have a bit of trouble getting the luck going his way. He just needs to continue, but I think he might just be sneaking this one. And the straighter bowl is normally closer. We're watching this one as it comes down. Just needs to rest out that one and makes it 2. Yes, wonderful bowl there by Louis. Referred to after last night as the Silver Assassin. Yeah, next week they're having, for Youth Day, they're having a over 60s, the over 50s and the under 50s playing against each other. A lot of banter last night at the dinner. I think it will be just the 2. That's 1 to Louis. He moves on to 7. Remember, if you are watching this live or later on, to drop us a comment. Your comments helps us promote the sport of bowls. There's Jack close to the tee, about 1.5 meters from the tee. Seems to be a length that Louis favors. We'll see if we can get the speed on the next round. Just running through. It is speeding up as the sun comes out. Oh, wonderful bowl. Weight control there by Hamaty. Just cutting the center line. But the greens are looking good for winter. It's running about 13 to 14 seconds. Hi, good morning, John. John, enjoying it from Australia. Wonderful to have you joining us on the stream. Remember, next weekend there's the mixed pairs, the South African mixed pairs. I think, if I am correct, I think Northern Cape is finishing up their mixed pairs this afternoon. So whoever wins there will also progress. And I know Harry's wife is also playing there, and a few good other players, and two of the Masters players here as well, Wayne and Lara York. They'll also be going to Sasolburg next weekend. As you can see from this angle, and it is holding two, so the pressure is on Louis to get one close. And I think he's drawn this shot. Hamaty now with the option of racing out that one to get free. Depend on which hand he plays. It is behind the jack, so he could race it out. He just needs to get his line right. He's been struggling a little bit. His last ball was on line. Sets himself up. Playing on the forehand, watching it intently as it travels down. See what he does. It's close. Unfortunately, just getting the center line, cutting the center line again. He's struggling getting his lines. Just the one. So he moves on to 2-7. Now he has control of the jack. For those new to lawn bowls, Louis picks up the one on there. So I'll just update the scores there. So he moves on to 8. So that the shot he drew was this shot. Now this is a shorter length. As you can see, the ball come down, just running through about 1 meter. Charles does on this one. Charles playing with the red and white bowls, Aero Quantums. As it slows down, you see it bends, gets the touch on the jack. Unfortunately, just slicing it too much. Not had real luck this morning. Play on his forehand. Goes down again. Looks happy. It's all in the weight. He's been finding his lines. Getting lots of touches. Getting another touch here. Still holding shot. It's almost moved it to Charles's bowl. Waiting there on the side. Charles changing his hand. Playing onto his own bowl. Or getting onto that shot ball is his target. Gets on there, he gets the shot ball and he moves it out of the way. Now he's holding two. He's sticking to his forehand. He's found the line, so he'll stick to that one. There's lots of room to draw in there. Oh, just running through, but it might fall over. A measure for shot here, so looking for a good draw there. And back on the Hamaty back on the forehand. Louis changing his hand. He's going to use those two bowls of Charles. Hopefully rest out the second shot. He's playing definitely a little bit more weight. If he does pick up the jack, he has everything on that side. I think he might just cut the center line and unfortunately just run through. Charles with his last bowl. Looks like he's one down. No, getting onto his own bowl. Unfortunately, I don't think he's done enough. Yeah, the one. So we will move on to 9. Yeah, if you're watching this on your smart devices or your smart TV, if you have at your club you have a TV that can play YouTube videos or Facebook, you can enjoy these bowls live on the big screen as well. Remember, And it is interactive as well, so you can comment. Louis drawing another one there. Like I said last night, referred to as the Silver Assassin. Hi, good morning, Henny. Hope you're enjoying the live bowls. Please comment where you're watching from, which clubs you are playing. Johan van Statten supporting Charles in this one. He has lots of room, time to come back. It's still a long day. Singles match, it's never over until you've got the 21. Getting a toucher there. Louis with another wonderful draw here. He's been drawing wonderfully this morning. Just running through there, asking if it's shot. So it is a measure. Measure in Charles' favour. So Louis will just try to get onto that shot ball. He's changed his hand. He also has the option of promoting his own ball in front up. So if he does miss his target, he gets in between. Oh, and I think he might just be close. I think he just sneaked it from our vantage point. Yeah, they're still very close. Charles will try to do the same. He has that shot ball. I think it is in favour of Louis. It's playing a little bit more weight. He wants to get onto those. Get onto the jack. Gets that ball out. Was it the correct one? Just a quick bathroom break here by Charles.
You've been here before. The odds stacked against you. That tight feeling in your stomach. That twitch in your eye. Because although you've never won Wimbledon, played at the MCG, or brought back the Ashes, all the skills you've honed over a sporting lifetime of highs, lows, wins, losses. Will make you a legend on the green. And that green is just up the road.
Sorry for that short interruption. Just quickly also had to take a courtesy break there. Current score 10-1. Louis looks like he's holding at least two. Yeah, remember to give us a shout out to who you're supporting. He might just cut off there. Just a two now, definitely. Could have been free down there. He's really struggling getting his lines, Charles. He had a long talk with himself between the break. Louis resting out that one, so he might have made it free again, maybe four. Oh, it's just a free at this stage. This one I think might be running through. He needs to get a little bit of help from the front. Running through, unfortunately. Louis moving on to 13-1. going a little bit longer. He's putting it on the tee. It's on the 2-meter mark. Make it a bit difficult for us to track the ball on that length. We'll see if we can give you a delivery shot and a finishing shot on this angles. Alright, Chris Spearman, where are you watching from? Maybe we can get you in touch with a bowling club. It's lovely to have you enjoying watching the game. It's an interesting game. Once you've started, it is once the bug bites, you'll definitely enjoy it. There's nothing like seeing that ball bending onto the jack and getting that touches and winning the game. It's also a nice game for everyone to try. It's no matter your age or your ability. It's quite easy to get started, difficult to master. We're drawing another one close. Charles, we're on a good line here. He's still cutting the center line a little bit, but I think he might just fall over to get shot. I am watching all the way from Kupega in Port Elizabeth. Also the location of the oldest club in South Africa. Lots of bowls history there. Unfortunately, Louis promoting Charles's bowl up into shot. Lots of room to draw in here. Let's see if Charles has adjusted his line. He's still cutting the center line. Needs to go a bit wider. There's quite a nice bend there. His weight also needs about another 20 centimeters. See Louis one down here. Can he pull another one out of the hat? He's done it on all the last few ends. Unfortunately running through. Charles asking if he's at least still holding. He's not had lots of luck. But you just need that one ball to, that one shot to get your momentum going. Running through on this one as well. So Charles moves on to 2. Could be a mistake by Louis just adjusting the length, going on the longer length there. Charles has control of the mat. He's moved it right up. So we're trying to get close to the tee. It's a good length. For those new to bowls, the jack needs to be at least 23 meters from the mat, the front of the mat line. Be considered a legal jack. Playing short on this one. Don't want to relieve the pressure just after you've picked up one. Put the pressure on. You don't want to go the second ball into pressure. It's the same with the fours game. Your leads are very important. In the singles match, your first ball is your lead. Determines how the game will go, if you're on the offense or defense. Your second ball is your second. He gets a touch on this one. Wonderful ball there by Charles. I think he's a little bit more comfortable on this length. Hi, good morning, Mike. Watching on Facebook all the way from Wales. Louis shot down here. Charles with opportunity to draw a second one on his third ball. One down, indicated by the marker to the Silver Assassin. Hi, yes, Koos Bierman. Yes, we were at the Disability Nationals just a few weeks ago in Pretoria. We watched the visually impaired bowlers. Wonderful shot there by Charles, getting a toucher there. Unfortunately, not going with it, but he's still a holding shot. Yes, like Chris, I said, you can always join one of these clubs. They will assist you if you want to try the sport as well. For those who watch the visually impaired bowlers in Pretoria, you'll know they'll play with a director, giving them the length. And we have quite a few players being selected to play at the World Champs later on this year, who are visually impaired. Both the men's and the ladies. Wonderful sport. It's really for everyone. We have people in wheelchairs. We have kids as young as 6 years old. We have across the green currently, we have Wayne Perry playing, who played as a youngster, as a Protea player as well. Then we have people who are close to 100 years old are playing as well. So lots of opportunity for you to try the sport if you haven't tried it before. And quite a few good clubs here in Bloemfontein. We had Studente, and we have Orangia, and we have Municipals. And last night we were at Bloemfontein Bowls Club. So I've at least been able to visit 3 of the clubs. There's also Hillendale. Just running through on that one. Charles has picked up again there. Could be the shift in the momentum that he needs. This is the thing about bowls. Sometimes you just need to go back to the basics when you're down. Get control of the mat, determine the length, mix it up a little bit. He's definitely moved up the mat. Trying to upset Louis' rhythm and length and lines. Oh, getting a toucher there. He's holding free at least here, so the momentum is definitely shifting in his favor. We will try to get one close, maybe get the shot back. There's one ball after this one left, so let's see what he does on this one. He's playing on the forehand. He might just be too wide and short. Yeah, definitely two there. Possible third one. I think that third one might be in count as well. As he delivers, he'll want to put another one on, put the pressure on Louis. Just behind that last ball, jack level. Looks like it's at least three, maybe four. See what Louis does here. He might go a little bit more attacking. But if you're down, you want to draw. If you're giving away something, you want to give away less than the maximum. Unfortunately, running through on that one, so it's at least a free down. This could be the momentum shift that Charles needs. So Charles picking up four there. Yet again, he moves the mat up. Puts the jack on about 25 meters from the mat line. Plays on the forehand. Goes down, delivers. It seems with the mat up, he's definitely getting his lines a lot better. See his aero quantums bending there at the end. Jack level on that one. This is the thing about singles. Just a little shift in momentum can change the entire game. I've seen players be 19-1 up and lose the match. We're running through. Seems the shorter length is definitely affecting him. For those who don't know how lawn bowls work, there's different formats. You have the singles match that can be played in different formats as well. You get the set play of wonderful draw there by Charles, or you can play 221. Or You can play a set number of ends. End is basically playing from the mat to the jack as one end, and if you're playing back, it's another end. So, bowls is played on a green, which is the entire playing surface, and then it's divided into rinks. This green is, we're on rink A at the moment, so green A is divided into 6 rinks. The best description of a rink is maybe like a bowling alley. So you can play, your ball has to end up within that area that is allocated to you on the green. It can travel outside and come back in. If a ball is outside the rink area, it's considered a dead ball. Same with a jack. If it's moved outside the playing surface or the rink, it's considered a burnt end. Depending on the format, that either gets respotted or the end is replayed. And then they play with a bowl. It's not a ball. And it's not like many people believe that it is weighted to the one side. It's actually the shape of the lawn bowl that makes it turn, which gives it its bias. Basically, as it slows down, it falls over to its center of gravity that is just a little bit to the side due to the shape of the bowl. My wife has a nice way of explaining it. It's like rolling an egg. It will turn to the one side. It's just exaggerated with an egg. Much more than it is with a bowl. We're getting shot there. Getting a touch. Getting the one. Yeah, basically, the mat can be moved up from the edge of the green, a maximum of 25 meters. So that's from the respot, it's 23 meters that you can move it up, but then you need to move the jack, which is the white ball, right up to the tee. So anything within the 2 meter, it has to be more than 2 meters. So you can't put it behind the 2 meter mark. That's why you'll see most umpires as well, when they go and measure. We haven't had one in this rink, but we had a few on the other rinks that they measured to see if it is the correct length. The umpire comes from the mat side to check if it is at least the 2 meters, and then they measure if it's the 23 meters. So your mat. So that's always a good tip if you're playing singles. Make sure that your opponent is putting it over the 2 meter mark and not behind. If it is behind, then you can, even if the jack is 28 meters away from the mat, you can ask for a measure. A tip for people playing singles and matches now. That's an important thing to notice. That small detail that you can use in your advantage. Hi, good morning to my dad watching from Warrington. And the size of the rink, there is minimum and maximums, and it does differ. Many clubs sometimes have tried to get 7 rinks out of their greens, especially on sponsors days. Louis holding shot here, drawing another one close, and it's just putting one at the back. I think he's maybe looking at, got the line right there. It might be 2 down here. But Louis has control of the mat, so that's why he's favouring his side. Louis putting one at the back. A little bit of perfect delivery insurance. If you're looking for insurance cover, remember to support support our biggest sponsor in lawn bowls, Perfect Delivery. CG Swanepoel and his team there, they'll be happy to help you get a quote, and it costs nothing to ask, and they cover your sports equipment as part of your policy as well. They now extended it to tennis and golf, as well as lawn bowls. If you have any questions, we'll see if we can answer it for you. If I don't have the answers, I'll see if I can get an umpire close by to maybe assist us with an answer, or we'll just quickly read through the law book. Now, for those new to singles play as well, or lawn bowls, you'll see there's a person helping them just centering the jack and doing the scorecards, and they ask them questions. That's referred to as a marker. So one of the important people, so we have the umpires that determine if there is a dispute or something, and then we have the marker, which is just assisting them if they need a measure. If they're not happy with the measure, then they call the umpire. They're picking up 3 there, so he's moving on to 17. Has control of the mat again. Very important to have control of the mat. He's gone a little bit longer than he's gone on the previous end, so we'll see if that 1 meter extra does affect him. But there's definitely, it seems that Charles is favoring the shorter moved up mat length, while Louis is sticking to the about 26, 27, maybe 25 meter mark. Of the mat moved up about a meter or two from the 2 meter line. Nice view of Louis' action here on the forehand. As you see, as the ball slows down, it starts bending. Unfortunately, running through on this one, he's been running through on both his first 2 bowls. Maybe trying to overcompensate for that 1 meter. And quiz for the blind bowlers, they put out length indicators as well, which your director uses to give you an indication of what length you are playing. If that helps you out. Yeah, feel free to ask your questions. This is the interactive show as well. And remember to like and share. Give us an indication where you're watching from and what the time is over there. They've been playing just over an hour now. Charles is holding shot here, but Louis does have the option of resting out that ball. Unfortunately, just cutting the center line. Good weight. Charles will try to draw another one. He just needs to beat his own ball on the outside. Little or no risk. He'll rather be a bit wide than narrow. You don't want to move the jack. Louis' balls are waiting there. Unfortunately, just running short, but he might have been a bit narrow as well, so he might just be thankful that that ball ended up short. Now that's 1 to Charles. Yeah, our second match we'll be doing a ladies match for you. The B rink. Trying to see how fast we can move the cameras around. All part of our improving and testing our systems as well that we do the live streaming on. You can help us out by liking, commenting, and also sharing with your friends, putting it onto your walls as well. Still, the best way to promote our sport to more people is by us increasing our viewership and exposure. That's something you can do at home with a simple like or share. And remember, you can watch this live both on YouTube, like Chris does, or on Facebook. And we're drawing shot there. Opportunity that Charles has given him there by playing his 2 balls through. For those who haven't played bowls yet, that feeling when you see that ball turning, such an amazing feeling. Really gets you hooked. And just a few months ago in March, we had the Junior Nationals here in Bloemfontein as well. So it's lovely to be back here at Studente. The under 25s playing here. And the under 15s and under 18s at Orangia, just down the street. Of course, there is some restrictions. Normally, you are only allowed to go up after your third bowl, especially in singles. But you can ask permission from the marker to inspect the head if you're not sure and you want. In the pairs and fours and trips, normally that is only reserved for the skips after they've bowled their first bowl, or when they only have 1 bowl left. But you can ask for permission to go up to inspect the head. It's just a courtesy call. Hope that helps you out, Chris. Louis picking up 1 there, so he moves on to 18 within striking distance. This looks more like his length he prefers. About on the 27 meters. Also referred to as an average length. That's also the length that you normally measure the speed of a green. For those who don't know or don't understand how it works is basically you determine the time it takes for the ball to come to a stop from the delivery to that 27 meter mark. The more seconds it takes, the faster the green is, and the less it takes, the slower the green is. So I know in Australia they have quite fast greens. They're running at 15, 16 and 17. In South Africa the average is about between 12 and 14. They do speed up a little bit. Some of the high felt, depending on the weather as well, and how short it's been cut. The other thing is you have to remember they're playing on a natural surface, so each rink and each green has its own characteristic, and it does change. We always joke that when you're playing at the coastal, when the tide comes in or the tide goes out, it changes as well, and then they're also affected by the wind. Strange to think if you don't play bowls that the object rolling on a surface can be affected by the wind as much as it does. But yeah, if you have played bowls, you'll definitely know that it does affect your bowls, and also if you're playing in or with the wind at your back, it also affects the bend and the speed that you are playing. Hi Graham, watching all the way from New Zealand. I thank you for your kind words. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. So here with another good ball, and he's drawn a shot and a toucher, a front toucher there. Joel's trying to get onto that shot ball. He does, and I think he's just done enough. Might be holding two here. He's moved it out of the way. Louis just being tripped up by those front balls. Yeah. Joel's asking if he's holding two. He's changing his hand. Have to be careful of doing that on the mat. I've seen many players bowl the wrong bias. As a coach, I normally tell my players reset and do it from the start. Your entire delivery routine has made it free here. They're measuring. They use a string box measure to determine which ball is closer. Just the two. Strangely, Charles has not moved the mat up. It is free. As you see, the marker will now reset it onto the center mark. Luckily there are lines. It's just a way to speed up the game as well. And the greens are looking good for winter rinks. They're playing quite nicely as well. I haven't seen a ball misbehave as yet. Charles just short on that one. Our Studente, a multi-sport facility, so we have tennis players on the courts just in front of the clubhouse, and then the two greens, A and the B. The Niels Lewis green we're playing on currently, and the ladies are playing on the Hamaty. Louis is drawing here. I'm quite surprised that Charles hasn't moved the mat up like he's done in his previous ends when he had control of it. It is a shorter length. It's about on probably 25 meters. It's not far off from the length that Louis has been preferring. Southern Freestate hosting us for the weekend. Thanks to them, especially the President Wayne and his wife Lara York, helping us organizing to get here. We had a lovely dinner last night for the players. Yeah, we were joined by the lovely Luzanne Kutsia, a visually impaired runner here from Bloemfontein, who gave us an inspirational speech talking about the attitude and how that translates into sport and into life as well. And you need to be able to see your goals and believe in your goals, which is so important in lawn bowls. Lawn bowls is a very mental game as well as physical. You do walk a lot and you do lots of lunges, especially if you're playing fours match and you're playing third. Charles going on the attack here, gets those balls out. Let's see if he's done enough. I think Louis still holding the one. We need to get both those balls. Playing a little bit of a driving shot, not a full power drive, but as the sun is coming out, it's warming. It's definitely getting a little bit warmer than it was this morning. See what Louis does here. He's playing on his backhand. He does have the risk, so he needs to go a bit wider. That's the risk of promoting Charles's front ball. So it needs to be on target, but that's a nice thing about lawn bowls. You can bend it around the targets or get inside. Just unfortunately, he promotes that ball up like I said. I guess yes, some players do make it go straighter or go against the bias a little bit. So it's all in your technique that you do put it down on, but normally most bowls have the same bend, but it's all in your technique and the type of bowl. There's also different bends in the type of bowl. There are narrower bowls and wider bowls that have a wider turn, or you have what we have the professional turn, which is more of a kink right at the end. So it is a thing on which bowls you use as well. That will depend on the distance that it is turning. But most bowls have to conform to the world bowl, so it has to end up in the same spot if delivered in the same way. It might have a different angle of attack, but it should end up at the same spot. Hope that answers that question for you. Charles holding shot here. Charles coming down with his bowl on his third bowl. They're holding at least one. He has a ball in hand. See if Louis can get close. He's been stuck on 80 now for a few ends now. And he's rested out what we call a chop and lie. So he's now holding the shot. Very important technique there for any young bowler. If you want to practice something, part of your drawing game. Unfortunately, most of our players want to go on the drive, but I think the two important shots for a young player getting into the game is getting your draw game in and the chop and lie. Especially if the jack is level. And here we have a very narrow bowl being played. Charles will want to forget about that one. Doesn't want that one on the live stream. But it does happen. That's where I say it's risky to change your hand while you're on the mat. Rather reset. Start your entire technique over, and he's drawn a second one here. Louis, and I think he's picked up the free. Might just have won this one. Yeah, that's the end of this match. Wonderful balls here. Charles just needing a little bit of luck. Let's see if it is done. They might measure for the third one. No, he gives the free. So that's the end of this match. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And we'll be back. We'll just reset for the next one. We'll see if we can figure out our sound problems. But luckily, the onboard microphone didn't go too badly. But yeah, we'll be back in a moment. We'll just run a short ad and do our finishing work while we get ready for the next match. Thank you for joining us. Remember, if you are watching this later on as well, you can comment and we'll see if we can get onto your answers on the thing, so you can watch this. It will stay on social media forever. Yes, Henny saying to Louis that he's played well. Yeah, so thank you for joining us, and we'll be back in a moment. We'll just wait for the ladies. They're still hard at work playing, so we might have enough time to fix all our problems or see if we can find a solution. But we'll be back later on, so keep following us, like and subscribe to our page as well. Then you'll get the notification. You can turn on your notifications as well to get all the info when we are live again.
You've been here before. The odds stacked against you. That tight feeling in your stomach. That twitch in your eye. Because although you've never won Wimbledon, played at the MCG, or brought back the Ashes, all the skills you've honed over a sporting lifetime of highs, lows, wins, losses. Will make you a legend on the green. And that green is just up the road.